a director like Kevin Smith who really knows Superman, because I've heard before they've had other directors in mind, Tim Burton or somebody, who I've seen concept sketches of Superman wearing all black and his S was silver and he didn't have a cape, and that's not Superman.
That's not Superman. It never has been.
They need a director that understands the character and knows what he's all about.
I do agree with Tony. You know, I think at least he should be on the set and say, hey, this is this, and you shouldn't be doing that, and
he should be the creative consultant.
Exactly.
Like that.
Exactly.
Not to hype this up too much, I just read that, I believe it was Mark Millar, has signed like a 6 or 9 deal with Warner Brothers to end the new Superman series, and that's a comic book guy, so I'm pretty sure he knows very well the mythology of Superman. Of course, unfortunately, Mikey, he'll have Lex Luthor in there, but I know he'll probably use Brainiac, and oh, and let's not forget the one that just set Superman off, his goofy little villain, which I would really like to see, Mr. Mxyzptlk. I really want to see a little poor imp guy just make Superman think him out and make him say it. I mean, even if it's for like 30 minutes in a movie, I would really like to see that.
I know I won't get my wish about the Lex Luthor thing, but
he's the main Superman baddie.
Even if you have Lex Luthor in the movie, at least put some other villains in there. It gets a little tiring. Even drag the Joker over from the fucking Batman series and have Batman and Superman work together for a change.
A World's Finest.
That would work too.
That would work. I'd love to see something like that too, because I was impressed with the cartoon movie that they did of Superman and Batman together, where the Joker comes and Joker and Lex Luthor were working together. But I won't get my wish, so.
But I think that's what they need is like a team up. I think a really good team up would be Lex Luthor and Bizarro. Another good team up would be Lex Luthor and Metallo, because he has teamed up with these characters before. In fact, he even created Bizarro. Nuclear Man is basically just a poor man's Bizarro. They could have done that a lot better.
They let Lex Luthor in jail for a few movies and just let it go, you know, just give it up on Lex Luthor for a while. Let us enjoy other villains. Even create the fucking Justice League in the fucking, you know, movies too. I'd actually enjoy that too. We're not the ones that write the shit. We need to get rid of some of these old farts in Hollywood who do write this shit. I'm tired of seeing it. It's not right to us. We're the fans. We should be the one that decides who writes them and who doesn't write them. You know?
I would love to be a test audience for a movie for once. It's always out in California. Well, why is the California and Arizona people,
New York
letting us know what we want when it clearly isn't what we want?
Right.
Yeah. Every region in the United States is different.
Yeah.
What may work good here may not work so good somewhere else.
Yeah. With Justice League, they should learn from Marvel and do what Marvel's doing. You know, Marvel, made Iron Man and made Hulk, and they're gonna eventually make an Avengers movie, and that's what they should do with DC. They should make a new Superman, a Wonder Woman, a Flash, Green Lantern.
Green Lantern is scheduled to be filmed later this year.
After all these movies done, just make a Justice League movie, which would be awesome.
Oh yeah. Well, see, DC, I don't think DC's smart enough as Marvel to do that shit. They only released 2 movies in franchise, and that was Superman and Batman. And Marvel has done more than DC has. DC would actually get a brain and actually start doing it more of their characters. I mean, they're doing it in the animated series and shit, but that's, that's it. They've only, come out with 3 animated movies already? With
3 or 4
animated movies already, and that's it. What has Marvel been doing? Marvel's got their animated series, which is released a lot more, and they got the regular movie series too.
I mean, but what's going with Marvel versus DC, Marvel's actually can sort of control their own destiny. DC is an entity of Time Warner. They're really on one of the back burners where they can't really say, well, we want to do this, we want to do that. Time Warner's got to say, Time Warner's got shareholders and stockholders that they've got to worry about. That's the problem with being an entity in one whole big corporate thing. That's the downfall of DC, unfortunately. I know they want to do a Green Lantern one and film it later September this year. I know they've got Jonah Hex slated, which is a character far, far away, all that stuff. He's like a cowboy. I think Josh Brolin's tapped to play him.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
But, and I know that there was a talk to have a Teen Titans live-action movie, which would have been really cool. I know there's been talks for years of Wonder Woman, with Megan Fox being the last one to be rumored to play Wonder Woman. But I honestly don't think DC, being part of Warner Brothers and Time Warner, actually has enough judgment on their own, which unfortunately just hurts hurts them more and more.
Well, I would figure with the success of The Dark Knight, with as much as it's made, I would figure that they would automatically say, hey, you know what, this made this much money, let's go and start making some more DC movies. But they're not going to do that. Even though this made them a big amount of money, they don't really care. It's like comics are like on the back burners for everything. Well, it's a shame though, it's got to be like that with comic books and horror movies and all the other stuff we like watching. So if they would do that more often with the kind of stuff that we watch, the kind of stuff that we read and everything else, then they'd actually make a good profit. It's never going to change.
I think it is changing now, because if you look back, they didn't have these kind of comic book movies, and now that our generation is becoming leaders in the movie industry, we're getting to see movies that we want to see. I think eventually, you know, it's not quite there yet, but eventually we'll get to where the movies are our movies. These are movies that we like, because eventually our age people will be up in the executive levels, and you know, these old farts are going to die off, and we'll have new people eventually in there.
Exactly, like Dark Knight Returns. That was good. I mean, that was brilliant, just the way that was made. Why can't, you know, there needs to be a Superman movie like that.
Right.
That just takes it all back to the beginning, makes it more about the character itself.
I actually think we were a little bit lucky with Superman Returns, because I heard rumor that it was going to be directed by Brett Ratner.
I read every X-Men comic book twice.
Which I think would have been a worse movie than what Bryan Singer would have done. But maybe that's what it needed. Superman needed it has to get bad before it can get better, before it can rise up.
So that's what it always is. But you accept Brett Ratner. Ironically enough, it was Brett Ratner that directed X-Men 3.
Yeah.
You didn't like that, but I really liked X-Men 3. I mean, and the first two X-Men was directed by Bryan Singer, which they were alright in some good parts here and there, but nothing for me. But X-Men 3 for me just was it.
I'm totally opposite on you. I thought X-Men, the first one was good, the second one was excellent, and the third one was crappy for me. I think that they should have, Brett Ratner and Bryan Singer should have switched. That way, X-Men 3 most likely would have been a lot better for me. We would have seen a new Superman in a different style with Ratner. It could have been good, it could have been bad. Even if it would have been bad, then it would allow people to say, oh, this was the bottom of the barrel, this was terrible, and we should reboot it. With Bryan Singer's Superman Returns, it was more of, a lot of people were like, oh, this movie, it's okay. They were more like, it's not bad, it's not good. If we had a really terrible movie, then it would be easier to say, oh, we just got to reboot it, but it's okay. And I would actually prefer, if they made a sequel to that one, then to reboot it.
Last comments? Robin.
Obviously, we all feel the same. Superman franchise does need to be rebooted. Unfortunately, with the first reboot, of course, comes Lex Luthor again. Sorry, Mikey.
That's okay.
But we do need to see, give me Darkseid, give me Brainiac, give me Mongol, give me Kami. I mean, give me Nazis. I don't care. Give me something other than Lex Luthor all the goddamn time. We get it. We get it. He hates Superman to a T. What part of that don't we understand? We understand it just fine. Come up with someone that understands, just some screenwriter go out that understands the mythology of Superman and his villains. Bring it back to what it needs to be.
Tony?
Yeah, I have to say sorry again to Mike that if they do reboot it, I think they should have Lex Luthor, but have him team up with somebody, like I said before, to bring something new into Superman. Like Ron says, they needed more villains. I would love to maybe be like a trilogy, like the last one be Doomsday, and then come back from Doomsday. That's something I would like to see.
If it's done just right.
They didn't have a plan. That's what they need, is a plan.
Yeah.
What do you
well, I totally agree with you guys. I ain't gonna get my wish, no Lex Luthor in the movies. So I'm a wishful thinker. I don't get what I want, but that's okay though. And if enough fans bitch, they might get what they want. It's not gonna help the situation with the Superman franchise. Maybe, like you said, reboot would help. So, all right, everybody, that's it for the Madman Mike's rants. Stay tuned for the next time when I rant about television on my next rant. See you later. Goodbye.
See ya.
Till next time.
I can't do this all on my own. I know that I'm no Superman.